1. We are live around the world here. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome to the Joe Slick Live Show Evening Report. I do have Clem on the line, and I will have Canuck as well. We'll talk about today's events. Big stuff. Big stuff. Right after, hold on, put him on hold here in the green room. Hold on a second, and let me get to the evening report here. Solar wind right now 379, densities at 0.42 protons per cubic meter. We've had an M1 and an M2 flare today in the last 24 hours. Boom, bam, kapow. Rapid fire plasma jets coming off of the sun. 3638-47 has been almost constant state of eruption for days. This what we're seeing here. Hold on, let me show you here. Oh, okay, make sure that's off and that's off, and let me show you the page here. Check it out, man. Right here in a right hand side here. Now, boom it right there. You can see plasma jets. Let's go ahead and take a look right now at the solar wind here. This is 421, so maybe they have it, but not today's blast off. Yeah. Into the interactive chart. Okay. Right there. Check it out. We're catching some wind and some plasma, but look at this stuff here. All right. So they don't have updated yet, but with that blast that's coming off of here, oh boy. We're going to go ahead and check the LASCO real quick. Here's LASCO 2, 422. We should see it pump on this range. There was one. Yeah. 1400, 1600. There's another one. There's a good size one. Yeah. They're all over the place. Boom, boom, boom. You can see I'm shooting off the bottom here. But those are directed at us. Boom, boom. Yep. Then this one here. Woof. Yeah, that's the latest. That's at 2324 at 22. So we're already past that right now. Okay, let's look at the LASCO 3. There's a big old right at us for sure. And another one. And another one. Here's a popper. Yep. And then one's just getting released right off the top right there. You can see coming out here too. The sun is active. It's kicking our booty or bukaka, whatever it is. 36, 38, and 47. 36, 38, and 36, 47. Boom, boom, boom. There's where they're pumping. They are already past this dead center on us, so they're out in front. So we'll run into their plasma. That's probably what will happen. Anyway, I don't know what's it. Devil Comet at. Yeah, they're watching the Devil Comet there. All right, no big deal. Because it's got horns. It's a devil, baby. Whatever. KP index is 2.33. There's no significant coronal holes, but there is a couple of them. Maybe produce some wind, maybe. 36 fireballs, though. Yeah, there's a whole lot of stuff happening in the sky tonight. 75% chance for an M flare. X is 20%. It's tipping upward. Yep. Mid latitude probability for geometric storms 20%, 15% tomorrow. Today is 35 and 10. So that's pretty interesting. The 22nd, there's one rock. It's pretty far out there. It's about 1.5 million miles away, and it's pretty good size. What is that? 150. And then another 75. That's 225 feet across, traveling at 9.2 kilometers every second. That's right. He is moving right along. And we looked at that. How about any tsunamis happening up? Nothing coming out of Taiwan, which we're going to talk about here. They call it a 6.6 that happened today. Or when was that? What's the date on that? 22. Yeah. They call it a 6.6 and everything else is happening from there. We're going to talk a little bit about that. Tremors. We got looking on tremors here. Yeah, quite a bit of. We got how many? Another 120. How it's moved north from down here? It's moved north. That should tell us something as well. Yeah, shoot, they were right here before, and now up here. And it looks like we do have. Let me turn him off. Show on stream and show him on a stream. There we go. The boys are in the house. Hey guys, just finishing up the report now. Want to do check out the volcano news at the moment. Santa Guido, Simiru, Sangay, Luwatobi. Santa Guido only 13 nothing. Sangay 4,000. Luwatobi not a whole lot there either. 14 and nope, 2 out of Simiru. But today, Bartabunga. Seismic activity occurred beneath the volcano in central Iceland. Bartabunga. Yeah, you TP for my Bartabunga. Fuego. A little bit low on Fuego. Dakono and Ibu are still popping at 9,000 over there. The Molucca Sea, Simiru, that's 2,000 a Simiru. Sabancaya volcano, still popping a little above 25,000 feet. So either there's no weather, it's happening there in the bottom of that's Simiru, but in the bottom of the armpit or Peru. Fuego, nothing. Santa Guido, nothing. Dakono, 9,000. Popo, nothing. Simiru is 2,000. No, Raung. Alert status downgraded to level 3. Yeah, they don't think anything's going to happen. Watch out, man. Every time they downgrade, watch out. Little Toby's up to 7 down there, just north of Timor in Indonesia. Bartabunga had a 5.4 quake yesterday. Whoa. Hopefully Canucks got something for us on that. 25,000 to 7 nothing. Dakono 9,000. Dakono and Ibu right here. Here's a Molucca Sea, and there's that other volcano that's popping over there on the Sulawesi. Bagana volcano, 7,000 pop. I keep hearing noises. I don't know what the hell that was. The neighbor's phone. All right. He's on the other side of the wall. Rick James, there has been a notable shift in volcanic activity with increasing chance of magma propagation coinciding with the ongoing eruption. This new development marks a departure from the previous cyclical pattern observed since December. Oh, boy. 9,000 at Dakono. Man, Dakono's popping pretty good. And any more out of these guys? Nothing. Oh, Marapi reported eruption to unknown height. Yeah, it killed 23 people in December. Why would you want to go over there and look at it again? Stay away, Joe, it says. Stay away, Joe. All right, so this is the current swarm that's happening. Taiwan just had another 5. Obviously, it's been downgraded to a 4.9. I don't buy that, but hey, let me say hi to the boys. Good evening, Canuck, and good evening, Clemmer. How are you? Hold on.
I'm good.
There he is. Clemmer Doodle, he's out there.
Yep.
Ninja for Life is out here again. How you doing, Ninja? Nice to see you again. Big T-shirt Billy. The Walleye King. That's my boy, Clemmer. Yep. Counting down the minutes almost. Eden's out there. Quick Cat's out there. And so is I think we got a nickname the pink tutu wearing dude, fur. he's counting down as well. Brainstorm warning, King of Snarls, Mark Dead 4, Weird Foe, Suhaya Net, all right, and Rocket Bob 76, Doc Rock 18, Flutter Girl, and Just Simply Sue. Plus, there's a few others. And I'm not going to tell them because they don't want to be told. I do see you. But anyway, yeah. So the biggest news, though, I count 3 6s here in Taiwan today. One that's hidden, it's a 5.8 that USGS has, but that was more of a 6.3. There's a 6.1. I don't know what this one's going to be. They're all the same kind of motion tensor doohickey. Let me see. What kind of doohickey is it? What kind of... Well, it's pretty close to that one. It's pretty close to this one here. Reverse dip slip. That means the ocean's right above the ground. Wow. I thought it would be a subduction in that area. I don't know, man. As we see the trimmer map here. Taiwan. Well, it's compressional. And then there's a strike slip right about where we're looking at, and then spreading center. Subduction down in the bottom. Not good. Let me see. So no tsunami warnings. No, we don't need that. Here we go, boys. Well, I've been working all day today, and I know, Clem, you've been working today.
Yeah.
And I know Canucks been watching some baseball. And yeah, man.
Yeah, and I was outside and sawed up railway ties this morning for like 4 hours. So that was fun.
Well, you got to get a chainsaw for those.
No, I just did them with my demolition blade and my reciprocating saw. That's what I used.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that Taiwan, it's been shaking all day long.
Yeah, sorry about that. I had to close the... You know, I got a flyer around here. I had to close the old door there.
Yeah, so I just put the link in the chat there to the Wikipedia article about the 8+ and 1920 there.
June 5th,
Yeah,
1920.
that was an 8.2, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Wow. It's currently the largest earthquake in Taiwan's modern history. What led up to it? What do you think? 7.7 plus or minus 2 would still make it the largest in Taiwan.
She goes, and you can see it looks like it was a little bit offshore from
this map
where the current swarm is.
Right.
Yep. Where the current swarm is, the highest I see is a 7.5.
Oh, really? All right. So
Yep.
I'm going to do a search. No thanks. Here, search.
That would have been in 1951. October 21st.
1900. All right. Custom. Where's Taiwan? Right here. Use this region. Search. Largest 8.2 and an 8.1 in the area. 8.2 is right there. 8.1 is moving down. 1910, 10 years apart. All right. This area hasn't moved, but these are all larger than 7s that happened in the last 100 years.
1922 was the big Kanto earthquake under Tokyo. So that would have been 2 years after. Yeah. 2 years after the 8 point whatever.
Wow.
Or less than 2 years.
Yeah, we're watching. All right. So The moment magnitude scale is a measure of earthquake's magnitude based on its seismic moment. Was defined in 79 by whatever. The local is defined by Charles Francis Richter. All right, that's a little bit different. And between a 5 and a 7 intensity, because it was probably out to sea. What about it's shallow? What about a tsunami after this? 8 deaths, 24 injured. 15 houses were affected in Taipei, Taotong, Hsinchu, and Taoyuan. All right, so not a whole lot. List of earthquakes in 1920. They're saying it was a 8.3 here. No, that's inside China. Sorry. I don't see it. Oh, 8.2, Taiwan, east of. China had that same year, China had an 8.3 intensity level 7. I mean, 12 versus a 7. Both are really 6 months apart. So are we looking for the next 6 months for something to happen in China and Japan? The golden triangle, so to speak? Is that your history there, Canuck?
I don't know. I'm looking up to see what else was going on.
That's what I'm trying to do.
There. Oh, I see. Russia had 2 7s.
But Loyalty had an 8-1 as well.
Yeah, so like
7-8.
Sea of Okhotsk and
Yeah,
Kuril Islands.
Mm-hmm. 2 7.1s, yeah. And the southern East Pacific rise, and then New Guinea again. New Guinea ends up with 2 big quakes. The Sea of Okhotsk has one with the Kurils another, so there's a deuce.
Oh, and Loyalty Islands had 8.1 too.
Had an 8.1 as well.
Yeah.
What about Vanuatu?
So that's all that same liniment line, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where the one in China is, but I bet it's on the same line. It says Ningxia Province, but I don't know where that is.
It's right in the middle where Wuhan is. So I got it on the screen here, and we'll check it out here. Yeah.
I wonder what was going on with solar stuff in 1920.
Oh. But the sun has been busy today. Landslide buried a village and it killed 30,000 people in China.
Well, Puerto Rico had a 6.4 that year. Japan, east coast of Honshu, had a 6.7. I'm looking down through each month.
Yeah, Veracruz, Mexico had a 6.3 as well.
Oh, Vancouver Island had a 6.4.
Well, didn't we just have Vancouver Island quake? It was a 5 or close to a 6, wasn't it?
Yeah.
All right. Honshu, Japan had a 6.7 as well.
Oh, Oaxaca, Mexico had a 6.6.
All right, so let's look at this map. Oh, come on. God bless America. Open a media viewer. They take all the damn things there. Pisses me off, man.
Oh, south coast of Honshu had a 6.6.
Yeah, the line that you're talking about from Loyalty Islands to Taiwan to China is a straight line, by the way. All the other ones are kind of southern part of, all of Chile, one in Colombia, 2 up in Mexico, and then it looks like the way up north in Alaska as well.
Yeah, Yukon, Canada had a 6.0.
Right. That's it. Way up there, yeah.
I see 6s down in Argentina and Bolivia.
All the way down, yeah. Sumatra.
Oh, Hokkaido, Japan had a 6.5. So all of Japan had like 6s.
Right. So what are we saying here? Everything.
Zhejiang, China had a 6.72, which is way over near the desert and the border there with Kazakhstan.
India, Pakistan, yeah.
And Albania had a 6.2.
Pretty crazy. So the history of the she got a phone call, she says. Trying to find with anybody else saying anything out there. That 1920 wasn't too fun, was it?
No. Now I got to look up and see if I can find anything about the solar stuff that year.
All right. Wileen, it's considered a megaquake, an 8.2. It's a shallow June 5th, 1920. The plates move in that area 75 millimeters a year. That's almost as much as the entire Pacific Ocean. Taiwan's located in a complex zone of convergence, or, convergence is a compressional between the Philippines and Eurasian plates. Off the island's east coast, the plates converge at a rate of 75 millimeters a year. The south of Taiwan, the oceanic crust of the Eurasian plate is subducting beneath the Philippine plate, creating an island arc, the Luzon arc. The Taiwan ocean crust has been...
Location, Taiwan, class, moderate, magnitude, 5.2, depth, 4 kilometers, 8 minutes ago.
Man.
So it's like one after the other there.
It's pounding hard. And we're looking at deck here so everybody can see as well.
Yeah, I don't think we're close to being done.
No, man, that energy is... that it just had that big quake, a week ago or a week or two ago? Well, it wasn't that long ago. 4.2, right? So that was a 7.4. And now look at what we got going on right in that same area.
Yeah, right in that small vicinity. The biggest quake I've seen was a 7.5.
Right. The 7.4, there was another Wildland City, another 7.4, 7.1's Wildland City, 7.2 in that area, 7.7 onshore, 7.8, God bless America, 1951. That had 2 of them, 7.3 and a 7.8. Wow. 1938, 1919, 1908, 1970 at a 7.4, 35 again, 7.1, 36, 7.1, 59, 7.2, 25, 7.1, 7.1, and 2006. All right. That happened on the day after Christmas. But out here in 1972 is 7.3. 1978 seemed to be thought I saw another 78 over here. Yeah. A 7.4 here in July 23rd. And then December 23rd, another 7. So it looks like 1978 was a big year. 1972 as well. I wonder what's going on between those years. That's what 6 years apart, 72 to 78. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and 72 was busy and 78 was busy. 2002, 7.1. 63, 1922. 86 had a 7.4. 38. And then today,
last month, wasn't it?
No, this month, but about 16 days ago, about 2 weeks, on the 4th this month. So,
Yeah, the way it's swarming right now, I would expect another 7.
well, yeah, you'd think the uptick. Well, it stands to say, this 7.4. Let's look at it. It's the same kind of signature. It's a compressional thing. Tectonic summary on April 2nd of this month. 7.4 earthquake occurred. Taiwan occurred. The result of reverse faulting near the boundary between Eurasia and the Philippine sea plates. It was followed by a 6.5 aftershock. 13 minutes later, the 7.4 earthquake occurred in a zone of tectonic transition from eastward oriented subduction of the Eurasian plate to westward oriented subduction of the Philippine sea plate. Focal mechanisms, solutions, and they're just like twisting, like you twist a rag, right? That's what's going on in this area. Given location, depth mechanism, earthquake is likely associated with faulting the Eurasian plate above the subduction zone interface. The location, the earthquake, the Philippine sea plate is moving northwest with respect to the Eurasian plate velocity of 78 millimeters. While commonly plotted points on the map, earthquakes of this size are more appropriately described as slip over a larger fault area. Reverse faulting events of the size of Naples 2 earthquakes are typically about 60 to 35 kilometers inside. That's what I always say. Tectonically complex region has historically produced many other large quakes, 7 plus or older. In the preceding 50 years, 6 M7s have occurred in 250 kilometers of the last quake, or the quake of April 2nd. The largest of these is 7.7. It occurred in 1999. The Chi-Chi earthquake, and resulted in a lot of people dying. 1920 magnitude 8.2, potentially associated with a subduction zone interface between the Philippines and Eurasian plates, occurred immediately east of April 2nd's quake. Immediately east. Yeah. Immediately east. So 71 is moving. It's twisting. So for those people on the other channels, I'm not sure. They probably can't even see it. Even you guys can't see this. There we go. So we got a subduction zone here and a subduction zone here, right? And then this is and then we have a transition in the middle. And what's happening is it's ringing like that. And so it's like twisting this Taiwan island. And I'll show you that right here.
Well, it says there was a big solar storm in March 1920 that affected the telegraph lines, but that's all I could find for 1920 solar stuff.
All right. So that's March, April, May, June. Only about 2.5 months or 2 months difference. Did it say what time of day or where?
No, it never gave an exact date. It just said the month.
Yeah. So it
Well,
charged.
you could probably, I was going to say, you could probably almost guarantee that that was a pretty high rated X flare then. Back when in March of 1920, you said, Canuck?
Yeah.
What's it, an X?
Well,
Well, they don't
I don't
know.
know, but I'm sure.
Yeah, they
I'm
don't
sure
know.
it probably was.
Yeah, a filament letting off like what was happening today. You know, I showed that a little bit earlier on was that the Carrington? No, not the Carrington event, 1920. No, Carrington event had in what 1865 there or something. When was that one, Canuck?
Which one?
18 or Carrington?
Yeah, 1859. Yeah, so
59.
Way before that one.
Yeah.
Well, it says here because I looked up the solar stuff for that solar cycle 15. There was a major geomagnetic storm a year after that, May 13th to 15th, and it caused damage in communication systems and aurora displays in much of the eastern United States, and it fried stuff in telephone lines in Sweden, it says.
Oh, okay.
So that would have been the year after. So 1921. Right. But that's all I can find. Like, I'd have to dig further to find out, like, how.
We call it a 7.4. I think they got this one right anyway. As far as I see, the March 2nd one, the 7.4, they got it right. And that's the largest recent. You have to go back to 98 to get a 7.5. And that's way out to sea.
I wonder what other big eruptions there were in 1920.
Right. It just had another 5. So in looking this one up, well, this one's starting to change. The moment temps are starting to change. Body. God, they have it a 5.2 already. 5.5, 5.5, 5.8, 5.9, 5.2, 7. 5.7, 5.7. Man, this was a 5.7 that just hit. Right there. I thought it looked stronger.
Yeah, when I was watching it come in on the specs, I thought it was like a 6 or 6.
Yeah,
no, 6.
That's definitely a 5.7. 5.7, 5, 9, 5.9, 5.7, 5.8. Yeah, between a 5.7 and a 5.8, they've got it shut down all the way down to a 4.9. Yeah. Okay. And the 5.2, here's the 5.2 that just happened a few minutes back. We'll take a look at that one. Already, I've seen 3 6s today. Strong as a 6.3 and as weak as a 6. So we might, or maybe a 6.5.
Well, Tsunami.gov calls that one a 6.6.
Right. I'm looking at starting at a 5.6. That's a 7.1. Wow. No, a 7.2. 6. 6.3. 6.1. 6-1, 6-2, 6-2, 6-2. This is 6-2, man. They got it down to a 5.8. A lot of times they downgrade them because they're not doing any damage. And go like this. All right. I'll jump over here. See what's going on Twitter here. Any search see if they got any damage here, media. Well, definitely got, see damage. What date is this? Yeah, they've got damage. All right, showing it on online here. Raja, the whole bottom level of this building's gone. They got sticks holding it up. Falling to 6.3. Pretty incredible damage. The whole foundation, the building sank one whole level. Pretty bad right there, boy. Yeah. He's watching them. The wall is shaking. I just don't want to see any cracks. This is all the media that comes up.
That definitely looks bigger than a 6.
Yeah.
Just from the video.
Yeah, just from the video, yeah. They're pretty close to the epicenter. Like I said, 5's no joke, man. Hold on here. Turn that off. This building has collapsed. The first level is done. It looks like the whole area sank in this Taiwan town. Wouldn't be a bit surprised that thing doesn't go over. Get out the building, man. Oh. And the latest.
Well, that's what happens when you build on volcanic rock and quicksand.
Okay. Right. Yeah. All right. Let's see if they got anything. What the date on this one here? April 2. After 7-3. Yeah. That's on 7-3. So on April 2nd. So all right. Well, we'll stay on top of this. Today's earthquakes, series of earthquakes. They're very, very serious. So we'll keep an eye on those.
Yeah, I would say definitely keep one eye on Taiwan for sure.
Right.
Yeah, the only thing I could find for volcanoes that year was Kilauea was erupting in 1920. There was a couple big eruptions in 1919, one on Java and Manam volcano in PNG blew up. So that would have been the year before.
Yeah. All right. Well, shoot, howdy, man. This here's the location of the 5. Now they had a 5.2. All right.
Canuck, do you know if in 1919 if there was any big quakes like in the Philippines or Japan that would have maybe triggered that one in Taiwan in 1920?
I don't know. I'd have to look at.
I'm looking it up right now. 1919. Turkey had a 7, Salvador a 5-9, 8-1 in Tonga. Fiji had a 7-8, New Guinea had a 7-8, Chile had a 7-2, Argentina 7-2, New Zealand 7-2, Japan Honshu had a 7-2. I don't know where the hell that Taiwan, East Africa, Taiwan, yeah, had 2 7s, 7.1 and 7.1 in 1919. June 1st and December 20th.
Okay.
So like 6 months apart for
Mhm.
those sevens. And then
Mhm.
what was the 1921 was June 2, so that was
June as
another
well.
6. Yeah, so that was another 6 months after the 7. It got the 8. That's
Right. I wonder what if these are popping 7s every 6 months. I mean, the latest, what are we here? 24. We're what 4 months in? We're only at 3. Last year there were a lot of 7s at the end of the year, but at the beginning there was hardly anything, if I remember correct. Is an average year, no 8s. And I think we're going to get an 8 soon.
I would say we're overdue.
There's always 1 8, except for 2016 and 2020. But the last 2 years, nothing.
Unless you went back and said that Turkey 7.8 was actually an 8.
Well,
Then you'd be on average again.
Yeah. And I don't know if it was, but
No,
I'm
I
sure.
don't either.
I think what was it in 22 or was it 21? Shoot, I don't remember when they downgraded the 2 Japan quakes and said it was only 1 quake, and then the Hermitex, it had an 8, and they downgraded it as well.
Yeah, because that 7 in Japan was after the 8 in the Kermidex. I remember that.
Right.
Because it went right up the same line.
Yeah, and this the last 8 is in Alaska. Yeah, July 29. It's an 8.2. The Kermitics had an 8.1 that year. The Georgia Sandwich Islands had an 8.1. The southern and the northern of the Pacific both popped with 8s. March 4th was Kermitics first, then Alaska, and then Sandwich Islands. Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah.
That's just last year. 21, 22. 2 7.6s, New Guinea and Mexico. We saw those. 7.3 Fukushima. 7.3 Tonga had a 7.3. I thought there were 3 6 7.6s. I don't know what the heck. They dropped one again. There were 3 7.6s. And Papua New Guinea, Mexico, and maybe the Japan one that they lowered.
Which year is that you're talking about? 2021?
21, yeah. Now I'm seeing 3 8s in 21, 22. In 22, sorry, bud.
Oh, 22.
Yeah. Remember we had those several X flares And then within a week, we had 3 7.6s. Tonga took one. Mexico took one. And I don't remember where the other one was.
Wasn't that Taiwan too? I can't remember.
Japan, Tonga. I don't know. I probably have it. Just Piers is kind of moving north. Nope, it's filling in.
Yeah, it was Tonga 2023 or 2022.
I was just going to ask you that.
I don't know. Time goes by so fast. I can't remember.
Right.
It might have been at the start of 2023.
All right, I'm looking it up.
22 Ninja says.
7-8 Turkey, 7-7 New Caledonia Loyalty Islands, 7-6 Philippines. It was the Philippines that happened December 2nd at the end of the year, the Mindanao Quakes. They're the 3 6s: Philippines, Indonesia, and Tonga. Those were the 3 last year. I knew it. There was a 4th one, Turkey, but that was the February 6th issue.
Yeah, because the Turkey Quakes was beginning of 2023 in February.
Yeah, February. Yeah, 6th. January 9th, Indonesia, Maluku at a 7-6. Extreme, the Turkey was extreme 7.8. I wonder if that one really was a much larger quake.
With as much damage that was there, I would almost consider it an 8.
Well, remember there was 2 other quakes beside it. The one that was like a few hours or the next day that was just almost as big, and then a few days later or a week later or whatever was another one that was like 6.8.
Yeah, it was 7-8, a 7-5, and a 6-8.
Yeah, because it made a big triangle or a little triangle.
Yep.
I wonder if we can get the fault system off the coast of Taiwan here. These 2 6s.
Yeah, I've already looked them up, but it has like crazy fault names.
I would like to see the faults. Let me see if I can look up.
Just do a search for off East Coast Taiwan faults, and it'll give you a whole bunch of maps that list them all. Because I had to go look them all up individually. I did that back when they had the quakes there a couple years ago. Because that's when I found the study. It was from 2022, I think, talking about that they're worried that it can have 8 pluses or 9s off the coast out there.
Well, the Ryukyu Trench hits right where we're at. We're at the beginning of the Ryukyu Trench, where all these quakes are happening right here on them. I think anybody can see what I'm just looking at. Yeah. So over here on Twitch, you're able to see what I'm doing live.
Because the quakes that happened there a couple years ago were down more towards the south. Ching Shang Fault, I think is what it was called.
Ching Chang. All right, share. Screen. Taiwan. Share. All right, I think you guys can see it there.
I'll see if I can find that study again I looked up the other time. I'm pretty sure it was from 2022.
They've got a lot of fault names for sure on the eastern side of the mountain range, or the western side. On the eastern side, there's a few. Now, Wailan City, number 29, is Mulan Fault. Mulan. Late, no. Holocene active fault. Yeah, active fault, no kidding. Most of the larger fault earthquakes are way up in the north, on the northern peninsula. There are some other ones in the area. Yep. Yeah, that fourth on earlier this month, the Hualien City one, that was a pretty good one. The stronger one was in 22, and we talked about that. 2 earthquakes affected Taotung and Hualien counties. Taiwan, hours of each other. First earthquake struck on September 17 at 22 was 6.5, causing minor damage, and then the second earthquake erupted right after that, a day later.
Okay, I'm putting a study in there that talks about the quakes that happened in 2022 there in Taiwan. But it's like super detailed. They have all sorts of maps and stuff in it. But it shows like everything.
Alrighty. You should be able to see it. The abstract is
because that's when I started looking at all the different ones.
Right.
In Taiwan was back then, so it was from those 2 quakes that were like 2 6s.
Yeah, there's 7.6. I mean 6.6 and 7 here. 20 in September of 22. These 2 big quakes. We saw the damage up there in Hualien City, and it just seems to me that in the north of the island, where we're talking about, this is in the central part. There's the trench line right here, and it's just above that. So,
yeah.
The ringing, like a rag, you opposite sides, you're ringing it. The major quakes tend to happen up in the north. I saw one visual.
This is kind of swarming in the same spot where that 7.4 though happened here back last month, right?
Hey, Quake, yeah. Why did you post the Hunga Tonga Happy Eye? What you were saying? Or is it a Ninja? Sorry.
I think we were trying to figure out what year it blew.
Oh, you were? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eden said, what year did... Yeah, 22. Okay. Thank you. Dub Diesel, hey, bud. How you doing? We're talking about the swarming happening off of Taiwan right now again. Earlier this month, on the 4th, we had a pretty good quake, but look at all these right now. 44 of 84 quakes to date. Probably is a couple more. Nope. At least 4 6s have happened, and several 5s and high 5s, mid 5s, and high 4s, and a few small smattering low 4s. But this region is just booming, and it is in the same area where the 7.6 happened. So it's between Hualien City and this other, where was it Fengaping right here, or Feng 10, one of the 2 things, or maybe it was Shulin. But where there was a tower and it had a swimming pool on the top, and it just broke, shoving all the water down the face of the building. Crazy stuff. Subduction, it's kind of complex. So in looking at the thing here, I'm on Twitch here. there's a compressional component to the backside or the west side of the Taiwan island. The front side has the Ryukyu Trench that meets it right in the middle. There's a strike slip between that one and the triple junction would be as the Okinawa island arc, if you want to call it the Yangtze plate, the Philippine plate, and the Sunda plate, all crunching together with the, Amur plate probably, and breaking all up. But in that area where we're watching the beginning of the Ryukyu Trench, that's not so good. It's kind of like one part's moving this way, one part's moving that way. It's kind of like a wringing of a rag, and Taiwan is the island that's in the middle of it. And that's kind of what we're looking at. Right here, you can see the Ryukyu Trench comes in. These quakes are right here in Hualien city right here. There is some subduction and compressional in the backside. The Manila Trench goes way out here, and it's on the far western half. The Philippine Trench, the Luzon Arc, reaches right into Taiwan, right up the gut. And as you can see, where this rise goes right up in here, here's the Ryukyu Trench, the Philippine Sea Plates up in the corner. And it's a whole bunch of stuff. The Ryukyu Arc up in here, Okinawa Trough way back in here. Far out area to be messing around for sure. And the list of Hualien Tatung in 22, Hualien in 22, and 21 is Yilan 6.2, Hualien again, Hualien seems to be the biggie boy. Taipei and Hualien is the area that gets a lot of these biggins. Yeah. And Yilan as well. So
there, I just put the Tumblr article in that was for the one back on the 3rd or 4th there.
Oh, Tumblr, yes. Eruptions of fault within a longitudinal valley of eastern Taiwan. Yeah, longitudinal valley fault. That's the name of that fault. The 1920 earthquake happened on shore or offshore. 8.2 right here. And in a 7.7 and a 7.2 from 1922. We were looking at all these different ones. Trying to kind of see if there's a pattern that could persist.
Well, 51 there had a 7.8 and a 7.5, it looks like, all in the same year. That's interesting.
Yeah, the what do you call it? 58 had it too. Spoke about it a minute ago. Interesting looking at the tropical cyclone track since 1945. Seems this area gets pummeled by storms. Let's see, any hurricanes happening? Central's not ready yet. Eastern, nothing. How about windy? Let's see what's going on with windy. Vindusky. I don't see anything crazy right now. Nope. The water's really warm. 82. I'm going to tell you, it's warm in here right now. It's 80 degrees in here. I got to get a door so I can open up this place. I got the back open. Yeah, let me open up another window. Be right back. Sorry about that. I had to put a fan in the window. Yeah. The Australian plate looks like a submarine. Okay. Big Timbo. Wait till scoops hot boxes of garage with beans. Oh my God. Yeah. He'll be chained up outside. We're going to chain him to his freaking trailer. Tape all the windows closed and unplug the air conditioner and take the battery off. Oh yeah, we're gonna, there'll be plenty of beans in there for him. Hey, all right.
Yeah, just as long as you don't get any geoturtle eruptions when they say there, you'll be good.
Yeah, the April 3rd one, yeah. April 4th, yes. Or April 2nd or whatever it was. Thank you, Quake Cat. Yeah. Yeah, that was a much larger quake, of course. All right, I'm not seeing any weather. Well, there's a little bit of weather. Clouds, wind speed, wind gust, air pressure. Nothing thunderstorms. Well, it does have thunderstorms off the coast.
When I looked this morning, Japan was like super quiet for quakes. I wonder if it's still.
Yeah. Yeah. This is the, if you want the list of quakes in Taiwan, put that in chat as well. Do it another, no, it's the same one. Yep, quieting down now. Again, just little bumps. Chile it's weird how Chile almost is mirroring what's going over there in Taiwan, just at a lower level. Have you seen that today?
Yeah, well, probably if you go on that line, I bet it lines up with Chile.
Well, of course. Well, that's what I just said, earthquake.
Yeah.
Right down here.
It's the usual spot. Chile, where it's being busy. Oh, and when I looked earlier, it's lines up east to west from where the Baja Gulf of Cali swarm was.
Yeah, right up in here. All right, east to west. A little bit south of it, yeah, but it's right there, the Tropic of Cancer line. That's where these earthquakes are happening, right on top of it. There is one quake up the chain, down the trough. So the Okinawa trough, but that subduction right here of the Philippines plate, and then the Nankai trough is up here, right? And then we have this what do we call it? I forget. These Zuzas are over here, and these other islands, Ryukyu Trench. But it's just above that, so I don't know, man. We could be seeing something pretty good go off. Naha has been quiet for, I don't know, a year, maybe a year and a half. We haven't seen anything going off in Naha, have we?
Oh, I don't remember anything.
I know Okinawa, Naha.
No, I don't remember anything.
Yeah, I'm not either. It was busy in the Ryukyu Islands for a long time, and it's like I thought for sure we were going to get a popper, but nope. But we got 3 volcanoes in this region going off. Here, let me see if I can share that with you. Share screen. Screen. All right. The Molucca Sea. Sulawesi just had another 5. I think earlier they had a few days ago. Let me see this. 7 days. Yeah, it was right here, huh? 4.8, 4.9, and then up here 4.5. Then out here 4.5. We're catching some quakes up there, but nothing yet. But the Molucca Sea, it's got 3 volcanoes that are just popping, boom, 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 and this quake, this island here stopped last I reported. It's lessened now, but we have a volcano here popping and a volcano here popping in Indonesia. We have Semeru here. We have one up here in Sumatra, and we do have an earthquake 4.7 there. That are popping along this trench. We do have over here in the Bismarck area where they had a 4.4, a volcano popping here and over here. Vanuatu, smoking and popping here. I don't know anything what's happening on Fiji Islands proper, but Tonga's and Fiji, they get 1 Fiji quake today, 558 depth, 4.7. So
yeah, I see the Just Icelandic guy did an update on the Bardabunga quake.
Okay, yeah, that's where I was going next with Bardabunga. Central Iceland, Bardabunga popped with a 5. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's the biggest one they've had there by Bardabunga since, I think they said 9 years. So back to 2015 was the last time it had a 5 there.
All right, and they said there's some movement underneath that volcano. There we go. You can see this Iceland here. And you see our boys over here. Well, a lot of people are calling for a mega quake. Will there happen to be a mega quake? I don't know.
Just have to wait and see, I guess.
In the Taiwan area we're watching here, these are all the quakes happening today. 44 quakes out of 311, all the quakes. That's, all what's happening. Everything 2.5 and above, 44 quakes of 81 quakes registered by USGS. That's over half right here in Taiwan. Pretty massive chain of events. There's at least 3 6s here, possibly 4, several 5s, mid 5s, and several mid 4s. So it's a lot of quakes. Big swarm. And I wish they would show plate boundaries, but they don't. Yeah. I wonder if there's an ETS event happening there in Taiwan. I would love to know that too, Quake Cat. What if the ETS was happening the last 2 weeks? And we don't know if there's if there's such a thing called ETS. I mean, if we go over the tremor map, share this to Stad. Yeah, if we go to the tremor map and then we look up it was tremor research, the tremor log, December 20 to January 23. That's the last one. We're in 24. August 23 was one. And, and the guy's last phrase is he's like, there's nothing standard about the standard TS zone anymore. So he's not sure if there's such a thing. Here's the read on it. So what they know is the vibrations do happen. And when we're looking at the vibrations happening what happened? Clemmer silenced himself. That's all right. I don't know how do we call it. If the guy who's the head of the, Pacific Northwest seismic group,
well, they do have studies on tremor slip in Taiwan.
Right. Oh, they do?
Yeah, because I see one from 2023. I see one from 2024, so it must have just came out. I got to see when the 2024 one is. Just came out February 11th, 2024. It's called Spatio-Temporal Characteristics of Tectonic Tremors and the Collisional Origin of Taiwan.
Put the link in there.
Yeah, I got it on my phone, so
I
bring it up on the computer.
Yeah. Yeah, you're like me.
Because I just typed ETS in Taiwan and see what it found me.
All right, I'll look that up. ETS in Taiwan.
Like this, just what I'm in now is like freaking crazy.
Well,
it gets super technical, but they do have. Oh yeah, they show the stations when I scroll down here farther, and it shows where they are. Well, I don't know what the date is on the thing. It's 2019. It has on it.
There's interesting video here. Vibration. These are testing for Asia. They're trying to find the vibrations. So we'll try to find the information for you.
But when I looked up all this stuff before, back in 2022, I know that they're doing all this stuff in conjunction with Japan. Taiwan is. Because they're trying to figure out like when all the big quakes have happened between, like in the past, and the big tsunamis between Taiwan and southern Japan. So they're like working on it together. It's really, it's all the same plate, right? Because it's the Philippine Sea plate for both.
Right.
Yep.
But they must have just started doing it in detail for the ETS there in Taiwan, because I only see it going back like 3 years. I see studies from like 2022 up.
ETS is coming up as something else.
Because now I'm reading another one from 2022.
They're not earthquakes. You said ETS. You looked up ETS Taiwan.
Yeah, here I gotta go back now. Oh, I wrote it out. So I put episodic tremor slip in Taiwan. Yeah. And then it gave me all the studies.
Yeah, I got it. Low frequency earthquakes triggered by large earthquakes, southern Taiwan. Statistical. Here's one article. Non-volcanic. Went into the roots of fault zones. Okay, well, here's another article. The recent discovery of non-volcanic tremor in Japan, coincident tremor and slow slip in Cascadia have made Earth scientists reevaluate the models for physical processes in subduction zones and faults in general. Subduction zones have been studied very closely since the discovery of slow slip tremor. This has led to the discovery of a number of related phenomena, including low-frequency earthquakes and very low-frequency earthquakes. All of these events fall into what some have called a new class of events that are governed under different frictional regime than simply brittle failure. See, that's the thing. These guys are talking about it's not just the rocks breaking. It's not just, happenstance. It's, hey, there's something going on. Looks like we just had an M2.9. Man, I can feel the heat coming on. Yeah, Van Halen. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I guess we could read about ETS there all day because there's quite a few things, but
Yeah. Maybe we do a rabbit hole just on that. Yeah.
I'm sure we could get more than one out of it.
All right. Well, I think we beat this horse pretty good. I don't know that there's anything we can say. We went to a minute thing on 20, so it's probably going to end me. Thanks, both guys. I've already gone an hour and 20.
All right. Thanks.
Yeah. Let me see if I can get the morning commercial on there for those people. And no, can't get it on here. Anyway, big hugs, y'all. Thanks, Canuck. Thank you, Clem.
Alrighty. Good night.
Good night, bud.